Hi Caroline, it's Monday, and if you didn't already notice, I got significantly taller from my last video. Or I'm just standing and I usually sit down. That's because standing starts with an S, and so does serious, and today's episode is serious. Wait, sitting starts with an S too. Whatever, I'm just not even going to come up with a good explanation, except I kind of wanted to try it out, so let's do it. But like I said, we are getting serious today, and that requires me to look the part. This is better, right? Just putting a suit jacket over my Jurassic Park t-shirt. I think it's fine, right? Well, like the title says, I am a Jewish atheist. So let's tackle this term in the two parts that it is. I am Jewish. Both of my parents are Jewish, meaning that I'm Jewish, although it only really matters that your mother's Jewish, but in the end, I'm still a Jew. My entire life I practiced Judaism. I had my bar mitzvah when I was the proper age. I went to religious school from kindergarten until like 7th grade. It was totally horrible and I hate it, but at the same time, I don't know, it was bad. So yeah, I'm definitely Jewish. However, when I got about to 9th grade, I started questioning things. And Judaism as a religion promotes questioning of everything, including Judaism itself. So that's what I did. I just started thinking and about the earth and life and God and everything around me. And I came to the conclusion that I really didn't believe in God. This took a really long time for me to accept. Just becoming a full atheist was so hard for me to come to terms with. I didn't want to be an atheist. The idea of having a God is so comforting to people. I mean, I have answers for everything. I'm not controlling my life. God is. I'm not going to control my death. God is. What's going to happen to me after I die? I know what's going to happen. And for those of you that might be getting offended, I don't want to offend you. These are my personal beliefs, and they're in no way in any correlation to your personal beliefs. What I believe is mine and my own. What you believe is yours, and doesn't have to. Basically what stupid hand gesture I just did means is they don't have to match up. My beliefs can be completely different from yours, and I can say them, and you can have your completely different beliefs and say them, and they don't have to match. But moving on, as I learned more about science and evolution and everything that I'm being taught and just all of this stuff, logically I couldn't believe in God anymore. And that's not to say he doesn't exist. To me, I don't think he exists. Is there still a possibility? Absolutely. That's the thing with religion, is you really can't ever prove it wrong because it relies on faith. There's no proof that I'm aware of. There's no evidence behind it. It's just faith. Regardless, I didn't feel like I believed it anymore. And just coming out and being an atheist just was so freeing, but at the same time, it put me into this kind of hell. No pun intended. Like I said earlier, with religion, you know what happens to you after you die. I have no idea what's going to happen to me after I die. What I think is going to happen is just nothing. Nothing's going to happen. And that's so scary. There's a level of comfort in just believing what religion says. And being an atheist just throws all of that away. And I didn't actually think of myself as an atheist until around 11th grade. Meanwhile, I've had these thoughts since 9th grade. I was lying to myself and trying to convince myself that I still believed in religion. And that's the most unhealthy part of all of this. I knew in my head that I didn't believe in religion. I could feel the foundation of belief I had in it cracking, and then the walls began to fall, and with that the ceiling came down, and that took so long to happen. Meanwhile, the people inside, metaphorically this is me, with freaking out because they don't know what to do. They don't see a door or a window. They just see the house around them falling. They don't feel safe inside of the house anymore, and they're scared of what's outside of this house. But you can't stop the house from falling. So eventually I just came to terms with it, and I accepted that the house fell, and I made myself comfortable in the outside world. And even besides all of the reasons I stated earlier, mostly to do with comfort, I was throwing so much else away. You see, if you've been living under a rock and you weren't aware, Jews have been through a lot in history. They're kind of like the scapegoats in history. It's like, oh, you're doing something wrong, let's kill the Jews. Oh, you're doing something right, let's kill the Jews. I mean, the Black Plague, the Jews were killed because they washed hands and didn't get infected with it as much. So people thought the Jews caused the Black Plague because they weren't getting sick. And I had family members die in the Holocaust. My grandmother on my dad's side, her whole family was in Europe, and they all died except for 2. And my grandmother was 16 when this happened. It was just her and her little sister that had to go through all of Europe to get to America. And in all of this, they know their family's dead. Like, oh. The sacrifices Jews have made through the years to keep their religion alive is incredible. And I didn't want to, demolish everything they've done. I felt guilty because I felt like as becoming an atheist, I was throwing away everything anyone's ever done to keep the Jewish religion alive. And that continued until about the beginning of this year. See, I realized that I didn't have to just be an atheist. I could become a Jewish atheist. If I can just nerd out for a second, I think I can explain this better that way. See, in Star Wars, you have the Jedi and you have the Sith. And now, I guess you have the Knights of Ren. But we're just going to talk about the Jedi and the Sith. There are people that don't identify as either of the two, but they still use the Force. And I know I might be butchering something, but some of these people are called Grey Jedi. They're not Jedi, they're not Sith, they're kind of just the middle. And I guess I'm a Grey Jew. I'm not fully atheist, throwing away all religious claims, but I'm also not fully Jewish. I don't believe in God. But I do believe in a lot of the lessons that Judaism teaches. Besides all the outdated rape and incest ones. Like, seriously, my entire bar mitzvah verse was about incest, and it was disgusting, and ugh. So yeah, in the end, I learned that religion isn't one thing. It's not something you put on a checkbox and mark which religion you are. It's whatever you believe. I can make up some random religion and claim that that's mine because it's what I believe. It doesn't need to be some big thing that everyone knows about. So Jewish atheist may not appear on a census anytime soon, but that's still my religion. Honestly though, if I made it through this entire video without offending you as a viewer, I'm just really happy with myself. Have a great week, and I will see you next Monday. Oh, you stuck around for after the video. That's amazing of you. Did you like me standing up in the video? If so, put it in the comments, or like it, or do something so I know to stand up for my next one. Because I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it, but I also haven't been in post to edit it yet, so I don't know if I actually like it to edit it, because I'm moving around and stuff. So yeah, this is also a really long ending after the thing, because they're usually like 4 seconds long, so this is going to look weird for people that don't know about this part of the video, but who freaking cares? Seriously, bye.